So sometimes you see something that really confuses, and that is this. I mean, is there what? Is there like an expedition about toilet paper? I don't know. Doesn't seem like the building for it, but so after some walk, I'm actually here now in a big park. I have no idea where I am, as per usual, and I actually didn't want to look it up in Google Maps. So, okay, I know where I am, but I don't know what it's called, so there I go. So what I gonna do is I really want to see this park, because when I was last time here 10 years ago, this is basically where I stopped and didn't do anything, and then I returned to the hotel back then. So now I actually want to see it, because it really looks really beautiful. You know, different kind of trees, looks really green. So I'm just wanna see how it looks. Of course, this video will not only be about parks, so I'll just go through it, and if I see something that I like, I'll show you guys. And yeah. So that is actually some clear looking water for a park. That's something you normally don't see. I think she's missing a hand though. So while I'm just taking a small break in the park, let's go over some minor specifics about Rome. In Rome you can get something that they call the Roma pass, which is this. And it allows you to go 72 hours on all buses, trams, metros within the city. Plus you get 2 museums for free. However, is it worth it? Depends. Actually, for 72 hours it's 52 euros, which is quite a lot of money. If you are a person who likes to go explore the city by foot, you walk a lot, I would say no, definitely not. It's made for people who are more interested in going from point A to B by metro, because they don't want to walk a lot, they just want to see all the nice touristic locations, and that's it. So you will get it offered on probably at the airport, or if you buy your flight tickets or hotel, they will try to sell you this. I bought it because I was of the assumption that I will probably take a lot of times the metro, which I didn't. So if you are a person like me and you are a person who likes to walk quite a lot, don't buy it. Just spend the money on some other things, like some other museums, because it doesn't count for certain museums. So the Colosseum you cannot use this Roma pass for. At least I asked and they said no. So it is more for like smaller museums, which is still great, but you're not gonna get your money's worth if you don't use public transport. So like again, don't. Other things, of course, is what's the best time to go to Rome? I would say it's now middle of October. I would say that's the perfect time to go. Reason for it is that the weather is not too hot, it's just fine to walk around in. There's not a lot of rain. In the summer, basically from June, maybe even end of May, until late September, it can be 30 degrees or 35. It's too hot for a city. So I would not recommend it personally. Yeah, is it expensive? Every big city is expensive. So if you want to go on a budget, sure, there are places that you can go on a budget. You can go get a hostel, you can eat at small takeaway restaurants. Sure, you know, but to enjoy Rome or just enjoy Italy by itself, you need to eat a lot of nice pastas, and you know, there's so many different kind of foods that you have to try, and those are mainly in restaurants. You're gonna spend some money, definitely in the city, definitely in the city center you're gonna spend a lot of money, so be prepared for that. So yeah, you know, what's the budget, right? I mean, if you're on a budget, if you think 10 euros a day, I don't think you can do it for 10 euros a day unless you go to a supermarket and only eat bread. I think it's manageable with 20-25 euros a day. That's excluding your hotel. Might be wrong, but that's so far my experience, and I haven't looked for like very cheap alternatives. For me, it's kind of like a holiday, so you know, I just go out and spend some money. But of course, you can make it as expensive as you want. That's always the case in any kind of city. You can go all out. You can spend like 200-300 euros a day, or you can easily get by probably 30-40 euros a day easy. And this is why I like parks so much, because the atmosphere is so calm. People are just chilling on the grass. There's some music in the background. You know, everybody seems so happy always in a park. Maybe it's because it's also Sunday, so people don't have to go to work, but yeah. That's why I always like to visit the park in a city, because most of the time there are no tourists there. You know, most of the time there are the people that are living here that just try to go to a park, just try to escape the city. That's why I always think that the best idea is to see how people are, is just go to a park. Because come on, let's be honest, the city center, you know, it's always hectic and it's full of tourists and full of people that are living from the tourist industry. So here it's quiet, nice, and I can definitely recommend it. So if you ever go to a big city, just go to a park. And even though how lame it sounds, because of course all the tourist attractions are way nicer than a park, it's still part of the vibe, and I can definitely recommend you guys to do it. And here we have Piazza del Popolo, which is actually the obelisk that you see there is actually the oldest one in Rome. And this square is the biggest square in the northern part of Rome itself. So let us go down and see what we can find. It's a little bit getting busy. What do you expect, right? Let's see how it looks like from the bottom instead of up. Those the floor, actually, you see the reflection coming up from the sun, makes it actually really hot. You know, you can feel the heat coming out from it. So yeah. And I can now imagine again when I was like here when it was 38 degrees. Yeah, I can definitely remember the heat here. So yeah, a little bit of darker history is actually that this square here was a place where they held public executions, and actually the last one was in 1826, so luckily a long time ago. But yeah, nice thought to have when you're walking around here, right? So unfortunately I could not find anything about this obelisk except that they say it's the oldest. I could not quickly find in what year it was built, but you see them all over the city, and actually not in just this city, because every major city you go to, they all look the same, kinda, you know, with the same kind of carvings on the side, with these like Egyptian carvings. And you can see them like, yeah, in most big cities. If it's Paris, I've seen them, some other places too. They're always really nice to look at, that's for sure. And they're always at locations which are nice too, so always find the obelisks.